Hello, I'm a gas tank. I have lots and lots of gas problems. Anyway, what happened was, my dad was using the string trimmer the other day out at the farm to string trim some weeds down like I was doing, and his gas tank kept leaking. Well, we figured out that not only is it cracked right there, you can see where the plastic's broken, but also that grommet right there may be leaking. So what I'm going to show you guys tonight is how you replace that grommet. Before you decide to get too far along in this project, let's go over what kind of tools you're going to need. Most string trimmers, when you buy a new one, comes with this multi-tool. It's got a spark plug wrench on one side and either a star driver bit on the other or a slotted screwdriver bit. Well, I don't know if this is the tool that came with the Stihl string trimmer or not, but it's what I'm going to use. And it's really the only tool you need, except maybe a small screwdriver, so you can poke the grommet into the hole. So with that said, I have gone ahead and removed the two little screws that go on the back side of the string trimmer here and there on the other side. See, there I go dropping the parts again. I'm gonna have so much fun dropping parts that I don't know what I'm gonna do the rest of the night. I'm gonna have to find that sleeve. Anyway, it's probably easier to do this grommet work with the gas tank off the string trimmer instead of on, because with the on, you can see where the grommet is. And you can clearly see that that's going to be no fun. So, we've dropped our gas tank, literally, and now I'm going to spend some time looking for that frigging part that I just lost again. You may be asking, well, Keykeeper, why'd you replace that grommet? It looked fine from up top. Well, I'll show you why. Look real carefully there. You can see that it is dry rotted, and how the gasoline and the alcohol in the gasoline have kind of ate the rubber away, taking away that good shoulder so it can't seal properly, so it could very well cause a leak if the tank was full enough. So, now that that's out of the gas tank, all I did was I took my finger and I just pushed it aside and that pulled it out. So let's get our handy dandy shop tool back here that we call a dehumidifier, which is holding the string trimmer. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to take off the carburetor, the old fuel line. Come on. Okay, I just removed the old fuel line, and now I'm going to remove the old fuel filter, and I may invest in getting another one because this one looks kind of old and decrepit, kind of like me. Okay, everybody, with the new grommet installed, all I did to install it was I lined it up with the hole, then I just pushed down until it kind of popped into place. So now what I'm going to do, since the fuel filter won't fit through this hole, I have snagged the fuel line with my Craftsman pick and pulled it through the top of the gas tank. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to install my little fuel filter, and then I'll pull the line down into the gas tank, and I'll pull enough line out to where I can connect it with my carburetor. Okay, I've got my little fuel filter installed. Sometimes these things come with a little metal clip in here that you have to get rid of or install, but this one doesn't. And just a little tip, if you've noticed that this fuel filter isn't wanting to go inside this rubber hose, you can get a little bit of motor oil and slick that up a little bit. And since this is installed now, you can simply pull it on through. Don't pull too much out, because then you won't have enough to go in the gas tank. So, It's sitting now in the bottom of the gas tank. I may push a little more into the fuel tank. So now you're ready to install the gas tank and hook it up to the carburetor. You can see there that I've got the gas line going from the fuel tank installed to the carburetor. And I have my everything lined up, ready to go. I don't like that kink in there, so I'm going to pull the gas line into the gas tank a little more. But other than that, once you've got the gas line ran to the carburetor, if everything else meshes up, you're ready to install the gas tank, put some fuel in there, and see if it leaks at all. Alright, so once you've got your new grommet installed and the fuel line and filter is far enough toward the middle of the gas tank that you can go ahead and put the 2 screws in that go through the 2 gas tank holes and then mount the gas tank to the body of the string trimmer. Alright everybody, if you look really carefully, excuse the shaking, it runs in the family. Let me turn on the light here. You can see that inside the gas tank there's a brass bushing, okay? Well, you don't want to lose that because it's kind of important. I've lost one of them, then I found it again, and then lost it again, then found it again. So I have, let's see here, that side done, and now I'm going to do this side. The only thing I didn't like was how my gas line had a kink in it right here. So, yeah, you can kind of see how it's straight now. I had to use my little craftsman pick and fish my gas line back out and then pull on it a little bit more. So now I'm going to put the final screw in, get some gasoline in this gas tank, and see if it leaks anymore. And if you're really lucky, I'll see if I can't get this string trimmer to go and run for a little bit. Alright, so let's turn on my light here. I have my screws installed. Now remember, you're going into aluminum, and aluminum is soft, so there's no need to get these screws killing tight because you're going to strip the aluminum out and then you'll be up you know what kind of creek. So with that, with the screws tightened down, I'm going to put the gas cap in now. If we don't topple it off our workbench, aka dehumidifier. So we got the gas cap installed. So all we need to do now is get the gas oil mix of the right ratio and give it some go-go juice and see if it's going to start for us. So let's see, we set the choke, which I think is that way. No, it's that way. Okay, so set the choke, turn on, make sure the dead man switch is off, and then we try to start this thing. Take the choke off. Well, I'm not going to sit here and yank my shoulder muscle trying to start this stupid thing. It's always been cranky to start when it's cold, and even when it's hot. And since I don't feel like going out in the rain to get some ether, so I'm just going to let it go at that. But the one other test that I want to do is I want to check for any leaks. So we'll hold it at a bunch of angles, way up, and then we'll tip it down. We'll turn it upside down here, and we'll see if it leaks. It's staying pretty dry, so apparently all it needed was that grommet down there to be replaced.